ready to rumble. We are so back, baby. So I told y'all last week that we would be jumping back into the studio build. And last time we discussed it, it was about how I actually got the building on the property. Once I got into the building, the first thing I did was obviously take lots of measurements. Once I had it all established and grounded, I started to work on electric. I am not an electrician. Shocking. Not even close. So every step that I took to get this place to where it's at, I was self-taught. I did a lot of thorough researching. I spent a lot of time trying to teach myself just very basics about electrical work. I taught myself what wires I needed and for what purposes, the best way to run these wires, receptacles, breaker box, the ampage I needed to have all, sufficient electric to run all the equipment I'm gonna be running in here. Like a computer, my mics, guitars, amplifiers for the guitars, lighting, multiple sets of lighting. I have internet, and I've got a whole downstairs on top of everything up here that will also be used for God knows what at some point. Regardless, I taught myself so much. So the stuff that I couldn't do, it's not even that I couldn't do it, I really just didn't trust myself to do, was the actual wiring of the receptacles to all the wire I ran and to the breaker box. And from the breaker box to the other breaker box in our detached garage. So basically all the electric that's in here goes from the house where the meter's at to our outdoor garage, which is a detached garage, goes underground to the garage, and then from the garage I had to run it into this building because the only other option would have been to have to dig up into the ground real bad and just stuff that I didn't want to deal with. I couldn't trust myself to do the actual fine wiring to connect it all together. I did not want to risk a fire happening here. That way, when I flipped the switch on to the breaker box, the whole building didn't explode. So luckily for me, I know a guy who could. My daughter's granddad actually helped me wire this place up real good. So without further ado, roll the clip.
This was after I drilled all the holes in the 2x4s.
Somebody's got to clean this shit up.
A little vacuum ASMR for ya.
Day one of starting to wire up my studio. Downstairs I've got all of the outlets, circuits connected with 12/2 or 12x2 or 12/2 or 212, whatever the fuck you guys call it. So my power source, and y'all don't come for me, I'm putting it under the stairs because that seems to make sense to me, out of sight, out of mind. I just didn't want to see it anywhere. I'm not gonna be under the stairs. As you can see, I've got everything else drawn up for those wires when it's time. But I'm telling you right now, getting this whole freaking junction done, it was a rough time, but we got her. A guy coming to check it out to confirm that I have it ran correctly, and then he is gonna connect everything because I'm no electrician. That's not me. I'm not even gonna try to really pretend to be one, but I learned a couple new things. I learned some new shit. Even the lights are ready to be kind of done. I have to buy all that stuff still, but for now, this is where we're at right now. Yeah,
all of this going on too. Got all that. That'll make you dizzy, won't it? Some of these clips I pulled from Snapchat. Don't judge me.
It's time to get to work.
Jeffrey here made sure all my wires were cut and connected properly.
It's at my house.
It's right next to her garage. You can't miss it.
After cutting all the wires, it was time to connect them to the receptacles. That green screw was the ground. That I did know.
Get your ass back there.
And that was the gist of putting the receptacles in. Here you can see that we started running the conduit from the box in the garage to the studio building. We went overhead so that we would have to do as little digging as possible. He was drilling a hole in the floor so that the conduit could come up through the bottom of the building. I just wanted to show that it is insulated underneath as well. Then we got to digging so that we could put the conduit outside and protect it from weather. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. Prepping to run the main power cord from the studio building into the garage through all the conduit that we ran.
I lubed her up real nice.
And let me tell you, that bish was heavy.
Right, I think we're still good.
Can you guys hear them?
Yeah.
They're in the pipe.
Push me more.
Working on it, hold on. I had to grab more. Ready, go!
I was pushing it through while they pulled on the other end using a fishing wire.
My sister's calling me. Our connection from the wire to the fishing thing fucking broke, so we're kind of at a standstill for a second, but we're literally like have only maybe 15-20 feet left. There's the end right there. So we are not ripping this back out to fix it. Everything else has been easy, pretty much, relatively easy up to this point. Every time I think it gets hard, it's not that hard. So, we're getting there.
The conduit came up from the ground and into the garage and was ran up over the garage, as I showed you in a previous clip.
It's open, but it runs over and then it comes back over here and into the box.
We finally got the main wire fished through after it was stuck. My lighting equipment came in. As you see here, Jeff wired up all the breaker box. This is where I tried to wire up the switch after watching him do it multiple times.
It's mine still.
Spoiler alert, I still did it wrong.
Alright. God, I hope that's right.
Wiring up the lighting was a lot easier than doing all the switches and receptacles, because there was less wiring to mess with.
Oh, that's sloppy over here compared to over there. But we got her. Okay, so it is time to put power to the garage, to send the power to the building. The time is now. Hopefully nothing blows up. Ugh. Well, it didn't pop. So far, so good. It's power to the garage and nothing's on fire yet. So, is it on?
The moment of truth. Let's see.
So we unlock it. Gotta unlock it first. Get your shit together, Jordan. I said it's a good thing nothing's on fire yet, so I must be doing something right. Right? Oh, it's gonna be hot as balls in here. Alright. I think it stopped recording before anything. My reaction was pretty priceless, but we've got power. We've got power. Check it out. Those are my switches.
Blue light means we did it.
It's beautiful. Very, very nice.
Yeah, there was a lot to it. Shout out to Jeffrey and Tony for giving me a helping hand with all that. I'm so thankful for those who believe in what I'm doing here and their willingness to help me see it come to fruition. As much as, I did a lot of the stuff myself, it could not have gotten done by myself. So thank you guys for believing in me, and thank you to my God for never turning his back on me, because I can't tell you how many times I was ready to just toss in the towel and turn my back on myself. And there for a while, I definitely was thinking I bit off more than I could chew with this building, especially when I'm doing the electric. I second-guessed myself a lot during that time because, again, I'm no electrician. The current electrical situation, though everything is working and running, and I haven't had any issues yet with any shortages or whatever, knocking on some wood. When I put these boxes in the walls, the gang boxes, I thought that I did the right thing, but I did end up setting those boxes a little too far back. I basically lined them up with the 2x4 without really considering space for drywall. And though it looks good without outlet covers on, when you go to put the outlet covers on, let's just say they do fit anymore. Most of them definitely look a little wonky, look a little tacky. Let me just show you. What the fuck? Hold on, it gets better. This one's not so bad. But if we go over here, that is inside the wall because it didn't, yeah. And this one,
Ghetto ass receptacle job.
I was so upset.
Oh, fuck this one up, man. Like, why can't they all look like that? Like, I did these too. I mean, there is a small spot, but like, that's okay. I really tried, man. I'm gonna have to get box extensions, and I'm gonna have to shut the power down, remove the receptacles, extend them out. That way, when I put the outlet
faces over them. I think that's what they're called, is faces, covers, whatever. When I do that, that way they all fit in the way they're supposed to. But hey, we do what we can do here, you know? Rome wasn't built in a day, so it's all trial and error, and we've been experiencing the trials and taking the errors. Good with the bad, bad with the good, you know? Just keep on keeping on. I wanted to end this video, as I always try to, with a positive note. I today asked ChatGPT to give me some, you know, some real corny little motivational quotes to leave you guys with. Just, you know, because corny, I like the cheesy, corny little quotes. I live my life on the cob, baby, just rolling in the butter. Ooh. The first one it gave was, stay grounded, but never be afraid to carry a little current. Even when life shorts you out, flip the breaker and try again. Remember, without resistance, there is no spark. This one was my favorite one though, and honestly, I would have said something like this without looking it up anyways, just because I truly believe this. But even in the darkest rooms, a single switch can change everything. And actually, chat told me to here, hold on, let me try that again. Even in the darkest rooms, a single switch can change everything. We'll see you next week.